Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Mckayla, and today's video is going to be all about me and Caelan's past and our relationship and just some questions that I asked you guys on Twitter. This was one of the most highest rated video ideas that I put on my Instagram polls, and I wanted to make sure I made this for you guys, but I also wanted to make sure I answered questions that you guys actually wanted to know, and I didn't really know where to go with this video. So yeah, I'm going to try and answer your guys' questions. I'm going to answer them truthfully and just like talk about some things that I really don't want to but need to be talked about. First question is, what mainly brought on our breakups? So if you don't know, me and Caelan's relationship, we have had a pretty unstable relationship. We break up a lot on and off, and it's obviously not something we plan and not something that we want to happen, but it does. And mainly this happens because of stress. I get super stressed out and I feel overwhelmed, and I feel like our relationship is never going to improve. A lack of communication. I'm really bad at talking whenever we're fighting because I like to process things and kind of think through it. So I don't say anything right away, and Caelan thinks I'm ignoring him when I'm not. I'm just kind of thinking through what was just said. Family gets in the way a lot because, you know, everybody has their opinions, and sometimes it can create problems in a relationship. And then lastly, just stupid arguments or arguments in general. Like I said, lack of communication, and then we have the stupid arguments, and it's just not a good mix. So that's why some examples of why our relationship is not the best and unstable, and why we break up so much. The next question is, how did we meet? We met whenever I was 14 and Caelan was 15. We met at a skating rink that's in our town. It's a roller skating rink, and this is where a lot of kids used to go whenever we were younger, and we would just all hang out. And he stole my phone and was making Facebook posts on my phone, and then he messaged me on Facebook once I got home, and that's kind of just how we met. It's kind of weird. Like, we met at a roller skating rink, he stole my phone, made some Facebook posts, and then we started talking on Facebook. How did having a child at such a young age affect your relationship? So this affected our relationship a lot, good and bad ways. The good ways that it affected our relationship is we want to work harder on our relationship, and we want it to work more than we ever did before. It also affected our relationship in a good way, as we now have a son and a daughter soon. We will have a daughter soon. And we of course love our kids, and they keep us together and help us work through things. And I just think that they were really good for our relationship. But also, having a child at such a young age has created, we're both different people now. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm not outgoing like I used to be. I don't hang out with friends. I don't really want to do anything. But Caelan is still outgoing, but now he works and he's tired, and we're different people now. We do different things, and we've grown as two different people, and it's we're just trying to figure each other out as the people we are now, rather than teen, irresponsible, do whatever we want people. So it's just kind of it's hard right now because we're trying to figure one another out still, which you always will be because you're always growing as a person. Did he cheat? And if he did, how did you get past the mistrust? Okay, Caelan didn't cheat. I kind of cleared this up before, but I'll do it again. Basically, a girl wanted to be on my YouTube channel, so she kind of made up this rumor that Caelan cheated on me with her. He never did. He was never interested in her, but I believed her, and she kind of made up texts and stuff that looked like it was between them. And after that, it of course did create some mistrust between me and Caelan, but I kind of got over that just with time because he didn't really cheat. Now, I can't give you advice if your significant other did cheat, but I just kind of got past it with time and, you know, just learning to trust him again. Why did you call off the engagement/wedding? So I called off the engagement and the wedding because we were not ready to get married, and I didn't want us to get married and get a divorce soon after. Basically, we were in a rough place, and I just found out I was pregnant. I was depressed. I was not in a good place in my head, and we were fighting quite a bit at that time, and I just didn't feel like it was the right time for us to get married, and that we needed to wait. And then also going along with being depressed and overwhelmed and everything, I broke up with Caelan. Wasn't what I should have done, but I did. And yeah, I regret it now, but at the time I wasn't in my normal headspace, and it just it was something that I decided to do in that moment. But yeah, that's why it was called off. How do you guys get through rough times? We've been together for almost 5 years, so it's kind of like I don't really see a point in breaking up. Like, I don't want to know anybody else the way I know him. I don't want to start over. He is my children's father, and I love him. He is an amazing person, and we both go through rough times, and we both need time to figure those rough times out, but we don't need to leave each other to do that. And I just think that we kind of realized that over the years, and we just decided, you know, we need to work through it rather than not. What about him made you want to stay with him? Just everything. The fact that he's my children's father, the fact that we've been together forever, the fact that I love him and I don't want to be with anybody else. I've been in other relationships whenever we have broken up in the past, and I never felt the same way, so I just don't want to ruin what we have because of like arguments and things like that. Do you feel like counseling saves a relationship? Me and Caelan personally haven't been in couples counseling for long enough to know that, and I do have to say about it though that it's not going to help your relationship if you don't apply what the counselor says to your daily life or to whatever issues you and your partner are having. You have to actually apply what she's saying, and if you don't, it's just you're never going to fix anything. Did you and Caelan's relationship get better or worse after your son? Our relationship is pretty much the same. I do have to say that we are a little bit better now that we have our son, but like I said, we're growing as people and we're trying to figure each other out as we grow and all of that. But I think our relationship is a little bit better now because we have Timothy and we think about him first, and I just think that he makes our relationship stronger. And then the last question is, did you ever talk about kids before you got pregnant? So of course we talked about kids before I ever got pregnant with Timothy or this baby. It's something you do when you're in a relationship. You figure out, you like plan the future. So yeah, we did talk about it, but we never talked about it like seriously. So that is all for today's video. I hope I answered some of you guys' questions, cleared up me and Caelan's past a little bit, or maybe you just kind of know a little bit more about us. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in my next video.